What kind of temper could make you do this? There is just a certain level of anger that is questionable and will ultimately lead to regret. So this CCTV footage, the one you just watched, yes, that is a soldier, obviously in casual clothes, turning a pharmacy into a mini WWE contest because of what exactly? Apparently, he sent his son, a boy, to buy medicine. He didn't like what he got and decided to go back to the pharmacy and collect a full refund plus interest with slaps and beating. And it gets interesting because it is alleged that one of the people he assaulted turns out to be the daughter of the former provost marshal of the military police. So he definitely picked the wrong people to mess with. And he's definitely going to be dealt with as expected. When we are done unpacking that drama, we will dive into another heated conversation about senior high school students and the obligation to cut your hair before school. The viral video of the little girl crying while getting her hair chopped off has social media in full debate mode. So we will get into that and more, just like we do every week right here on This Week in News. I am Etornam Kumashie. Let's get started. William Mensah is the name of the soldier that was seen in the viral video assaulting a pharmacy attendant and female customer. Like I said earlier, he had sent his son to purchase medicine for him. And after rejecting the medication, he insisted that he be refunded the 65 cedis he spent. The attendant said the drugs purchased cannot be refunded. And that was what sparked the violence. He proceeded to physically assault the attendant and a female customer who looked like she was also purchasing medicine. He has been picked up by the military police, and the Ghana Armed Forces has issued a statement condemning the act and has assured that the soldier in question will be dealt with. Now, new details suggest that the female customer, that is the woman who tried to interfere, is the daughter of a former provost marshal of the military police. So Mr. Williams Mensah definitely chose the wrong day, wrong time, and the wrong place to be upset. Now, Ghana's new cybersecurity bill on paper is supposed to be a digital bodyguard, protecting us from hackers, scams, and misinformation. But if you've read the fine print, it's starting to look a lot less like protection and more like surveillance. Under this new amendment, the Cybersecurity Authority basically gets police powers. They can search, seize, and arrest. And here's the kicker. If you get fined for a cyber offense, they get a percentage of the money. So definitely forgive people for worrying about how motivated enforcement might get. Of course, the goal is to curb fake news and digital crime, but many people fear it could end up policing free speech instead. So yes, while the bill claims to be safeguarding Ghanaians, sometimes it just doesn't sit right. It's given, we will protect you, but you first give us your password. And a huge shout out to the Black Queens, Ghana's women's national team, because they didn't just win, they dominated. A clean, commanding 4-0 against Egypt right here at the Accra Sports Stadium. The Egyptians, they came with hopes, but the Queens came with goals, 4 of them. And with this victory, Ghana officially books a spot in the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, and honestly, is giving resilience and raw power. This win marks a significant milestone for the Black Queens, cementing their place in the prestigious continental tournament. Wendy Shay fans have already started picking their favorite tracks on her Ready album, and deservedly so. She was in our studios on Rhythms Live, where she says that the album was done to commemorate her 7th year in the industry. Do take a listen.
Let's talk about the album. In case you didn't know, the album is Ready. What inspired Ready?
Ready because, to complement my 7th year in the game, I thought, why not put out an album? And it's been a while since I released one, so... Yeah. I ready because I feel like I have done the inner work, and my soul mission is very aware to me. Right. I know where I want to go and the direction I want to move in. So I am ready emotionally, mentally, spiritually to take over the world and exhibit my talent and showcase it to
Beautiful.
the world.
The issue about, cutting your hair before school has always been a bit dicey because there's an argument that there are students who don't cut their hair and they still do really well in school. And so, the fact that it's seen as a symbol of discipline is neither here nor there. But Honorable A+ says that, listen, if you want your child to keep the hair, you can take them to one of these international schools, the schools that allow you to keep your hair. But if you cannot afford that and you need to go to a government senior high school, then you need to comply with the rules and regulations. I think the main problem is that, how far is too far? If we start allowing students to cut their hair, what next would they be demanding? What next would they ask for? And so it is important that the boundary is drawn now so that in the near future, some things can definitely be curbed. Now, do you remember the heist that took place at the Louvre Museum? The one that had the entire world talking, because what do you mean 4 men brought out a big crane in broad daylight during business hours, stole priceless jewelry, and got away on a scooter all under 7 minutes? But new details suggest that suspects have been arrested and 2 have partially admitted to their involvement in the heist. In the meantime, security has obviously been tightened at the world's most visited museum. Guests and dignitaries continue to troop in to pay their respects to the former First Lady of Ghana, Her Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo Rawlings. There is more on starfm.com.gh as well as all our social media platforms. Please visit them, like them, and read for more. Thank you for staying with me here on This Week in News. Once again, I am Etornam Kumashie. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend.